Clauses. Before clauses, let's just revise quickly the conjunctions. For conjunctions, conjunctions are the connectors that join two sentences, words, phrases, or clauses. Okay. Now, if we broadly divide, then we have coordinators and subordinators. Coordinating conjunctions, the conjunctions that join two independent clauses. Okay. Independent sentences, independent words that you can say that provide, that give complete meaning. Subordinating conjunctions, those conjunctions, definitely they will also join, they are the connectors, but they join clauses, that is one main clause and other is subordinating clauses. Okay, so when we are going to discuss, means as soon as we start the clauses, it means to find easiest way to identify the dependent clause. The subordinating clause is to identify the subordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunctions, mostly the conjunctions, all WH words, including how, that, after, before, though, although, unless, until, all these conjunctions are subordinating conjunctions. For coordinators, most common conjunctions for coordinators, that is fanboys. We have already discussed fanboys and few conjunctions that are used in pairs, either or, neither nor, such type of conjunctions. So now let's start clauses. Anyone who can tell me about clauses? What are clauses? First thing, I know you know this. What are clauses? Yes, what are clauses? Type your answer. Hurry up. Group of words. Yes, group of words with finite verb. Group of words with finite verb. Now, before discussing anything, tell me about this, finite verbs. What are finite verbs? How will you identify that this particular verb is finite or non-finite? How are you supposed to identify this? Okay, they comes after the subject. Change according to subject. Yes, the verbs, finite verbs, the verbs that change. Okay, change according to the subject, or you can say these are the verbs that represent the tense. Okay, finite verbs are the verbs that represent the tense. No, Prabal, those are non-finite verbs. Finite verbs are verbs that represent the tense and they change according to the subject. Okay, number of person, singular, plural, they change. Okay, so he likes to eat chocolates. In this, can you identify the finite verb? Yes, it's likes. This is the finite verb. And Prabal, the thing that you were saying, to eat. Eat is basically a verb, right? But I don't think if I change the subject, in any case, I decide to change the subject. If I decide to write they, then only this verb will change. They like. But this part of the sentence, to eat, it will not change according to the change in number, right? This will remain same, means they like to eat chocolates. Third case, if I decide to change the tense, they liked, still this part will not change. So the verb that changes according to the subject, number of subject means person, singular, plural, and then the tense, the verb that represent the tense. These are finite verbs, and finite verbs change. So it means if we are talking about a clause, we need a finite verb. Okay, maybe in some cases you can find out the non-finite verb. वहां पे verb होगा, but that verb could be your non-finite. अगर वो non-finite है, in that case you are not supposed to identify or classify that particular thing into that category. Your clauses, okay, you need to check है क्या ये. Sometimes because for non-finite verbs we can use non-finite verbs to write phrases. Is it okay? Phrases are without verbs, without finite verbs. This is the difference between a clause and a phrase. Phrase, again group of words, but without finite verb. Phrases, group of words without finite verbs, but they can have the non-finite part. Okay, but clauses, we have finite verb. That is important. And in case, if in a sentence there is only one verb, that is definitely a finite verb, because without finite verb we cannot form any sentence. Is it okay? Done? So if you are done with finite verb, then acha, one more thing. Modal auxiliaries. Will, can, should, shall, could. All these modal auxiliaries are finite verbs. Okay? Categorize whenever you have to underline the finite verbs. That time, underline only will, can, could. If there are two verbs, go for the first one. Okay? Is it okay? So, page number 76, exercise A. Do it quickly. Then we'll start the main thing. Hurry up. Non-finite verb है कहाँ पे अन्वे? The girl ate chocolate. Where is the non-finite verb here? There is only one verb that is finite. When we have only one verb, इसी sentence को ले लो. अगर मैं बीच में से ये निकाल दूं, it makes sense. He likes chocolates. I have just removed to eat. Still it is making sense. But अगर मैं likes ही हटा दूंगी, he to eat chocolates, then that will not convey any meaning. Same way, if I have only one verb, now I have only one verb, and this verb is finite verb. This word is finite verb, and let me tell you one more thing. For non-finite verbs, one is infinitive, infinitives, then we have gerunds, and then we have participles. Infinitives, 2 plus first form of the verb, or sometimes only the first form of verb, that is bare infinitives. Okay, usually after modal auxiliaries, we use first form of the verb, तो हम उसे bare infinitive में लेकर जा सकते हैं. Finite verb, bare infinitive. Okay. Second is gerund. Gerund means first form of the verb plus ing, work as a noun. These are gerunds. Third is participle. Participle, they work as an adjective, ing form and ed, or you can say third form. ये ये 3 कैटेगरीज हैं. And if you are talking about 8, Anvay, ATE 8, that is the second form and it represents the tense. The word 8, verb 8, this is representing the tense. लेकिन अगर मैं यहां पे बात करूं, he likes to eat, to eat, this part is not at all representing any tense. यहां से हमें टेंस का कोई आइडिया नहीं हो रहा. टेंस का आइडिया कहां से हो रहा है कि ये प्रेजेंट है या पास्ट है? फ्रॉम दिस पार्ट. अगर मैं he ate whatever, if I want to change this, अगर मुझे 8 चेंज करना है, मुझे I want to change the tense, I am going to change this, he eats. Got it? Anvay. Okay. Prabal, we'll come to that. Just wait. Let's start with finding finite verbs first, and then we'll come to the clause. Everybody left after the ceremony. See, there can be a one means one clause, or there can be 2 clauses, 3 clauses. Okay? I'll tell you how. First, everybody left after the ceremony. Finite verb, you are saying left. Okay. Left. Next is inviting your cousin. Was a terrible idea. Was correct. See, in this first word, inviting is a gerund, not a verb. If we see, otherwise the word inviting, that is a verb. Invite is verb, but here it is working as a gerund, non-finite verb. I love eating paratha. Love. Okay. They expect that Tina would do all the work. There can be 2 verbs in a sentence. Expect and would. Okay. Expect and would. When there are 2 verbs, that indicates there are 2 clauses. Got it, Prabal? When there are 2 finite verbs, it means 2 clauses, 2 different verbs, 2 clauses. Rohit thinks that Seema is a good orator. It's thinks, मेरे यहाँ पे तो thinks लिखा है. Is it believe? Avni only would. Go for only would. Rohit thinks that Seema is a good orator. This is a sentence, na? Thinks, okay, and is correct. Thinks is. Thinks is. Yes, thinks and is. Next is Ram said that he had to leave. Had and said. Okay. Had and said. Had and said. Acha, in this sentence, Ram said that he had to leave. Do you think there is any other type of verb? Like we have finite verb. We have 2 finite verbs here. Any other type? Any other, you can say verb type? To leave. Correct. To leave. Bani, it's to leave. That is infinitive, non-finite verb. Got it? Yes. Next is Meena has submitted her paper. Has. Only has. If they are deprived of oxygen, the animals will die. Are, will, are and will. Are and will. He played badminton yesterday. Played. Correct. As he walked down the road, he felt calmer. Walked and felt. Good. He was tricked many times before, but he was smarter this time. Was and was. Yes, was and was. Done. It means finite verbs. Clear? Now let's come to clauses. Group of words with finite verb. What is hit? Hit what hit? It has a helping. Okay, so okay, Avni. Submitted is the main verb. Got it. Submitted is the main verb. It is the only main verb. But has is showing the tense. Okay. This is a phrase. ये phrases में आ जाएगा, ठीक है? Verb phrase, kind of verb phrase. So has basically is showing us the tense, and it is the has. This verb has. It will change according the change in number and person of that subject. If I write they, I'll change it to have. Not submitted. मैं submitted को change नहीं करूंगी. Submitted will be as it is. But if I want to change, then has. अब तुम्हें one by one करना आएगा. Otherwise, in previous classes, हम पूरा का पूरा underline करते थे. Has submitted. Okay. Has is showing me the tense, change in tense. Anyway, modal auxiliaries are finite verbs. That's all. Modal auxiliaries are finite verbs. Definitely, they will not change. अगर would है तो would का would ही रहेगा. We don't change. Right? कई बार हम will भी use करते हैं in any tense. But still, modal auxiliaries are finite verbs. So now clauses, group of words with finite verbs. A clause, basically, it gives us the idea, it completes the sense, but again, when there are two types of clauses, then we have to work accordingly. Now, for clauses, first important thing is we have to find the finite verb. It means go for the verbs. Check the verbs. How many verbs are there? Okay? If there are more than, you can say definitely if more than one verb. If there is only one verb, one clause. Two finite verbs, two clauses. Okay? Three finite verbs, then depends how the verbs are used in combination or independently. Then you have to go for that. Check the verbs. If I talk about the sentence, they expect, sentence 4, exercise A. They expect that Tina would do all the work. Expect and would, two verbs are there, right? So it means there are two clauses. Joined using subordinating conjunction. Can you identify subordinating conjunctions? That subordinating conjunction. That is the subordinating conjunction. So it means they expect, first type means first clause, that Tina would do all the work. This is second clause. First sentence, everybody left after the ceremony. How many verbs are there? One verb. It means there is only one clause. Okay? After here is not at all the conjunction. ये देखना पड़ेगा कि जो conjunctions हैं वो as a conjunction ही work कर रहे हैं or they are working as preposition or adverb. You have to check this also. In this sentence, everybody left after the ceremony. After the ceremony is a phrase, not clause, क्योंकि उसके अंदर कोई verb नहीं आ रहा. Two types of clauses. Main clause or independent clause. Okay. And Second, subordinate. Subordinate or dependent clause. These are two types of clauses. Welcome, Swarit. Main or independent clause, and then subordinate or dependent clause. Clause, keep this thing in your mind. If you want to write, otherwise definition is already given in the book. Group of words that contain a subject and a verb. Okay? Clause, group of words. Important thing, finite verb and a subject also. So the main or independent, subordinate or dependent clause. Let's talk about main. What trouble? Tina would do all the work, only one verb. Why all the sentence? Trouble, a sentence is a clause. A sentence is a clause. See, in a sentence, we have a subject. We have a finite verb. Okay? So sentence is a clause. Main clause, independent clause, we'll have subject and we'll have finite verb. Simple. But subordinate clause, subordinating conjunction plus subject plus verb. This is the structure. In main clause, we are going to have subject and a finite verb, and this will convey a complete meaning. This will make a complete sense. Okay? Here in subordinate clause, we will have the subject, we will have the finite verb, but still it will not convey the complete meaning. It is going to be dependent on this clause. And subordinate, that subordinate clause, or you can say dependent clause, usually they begin with subordinating conjunctions. And that is why it is very simple to identify subordinate clause and the main clause. Subordinate clause and the main clause. Now let me give you one example. I'll write that side. When it rained, they went inside. When it rained, they went inside. Identify the verbs here. Try to find out the verbs here in this sentence. Rained and went. Okay, rained and went. First verb, rained. Second is went. Finite verbs, it means we have two verbs. Got it? Two verbs, two clauses here. When it rained, they went inside. Now, how to identify subordinate or main clause? Identify the conjunction now. Can you see any conjunction here? Yes. When is the conjunction? So this is, if this is the conjunction, this part, when it rained, this is subordinating clause, and they went inside, this is main clause. Now, They went inside, full stop, conveying complete meaning, complete sense, making complete sense. They went inside. अगर हम इस सेंटेंस को इंडिपेंडेंटली बोले, when it rained, ये हटा दो, सिर्फ बोलो when it rained. It will not convey the proper meaning. Something is missing. क्या हुआ? When it rained, then what happened? Okay, so it will not convey, it is not conveying the complete meaning. That is why this is subordinating clause and second is main clause. Now, there are different ways to write subordinating and main clause. First way is I can write subordinating clause in the beginning, means then the sentence will begin with the conjunction, subordinating conjunction in the beginning, and after that separate. When you write subordinate clause, means dependent clause in the beginning, use comma. That time you need to use comma. Okay, then main clause. So it is going to be subordinate clause plus main clause. This is one structure. In place of plus, go for comma. Second structure is main clause plus subordinating clause. That time we usually don't require a comma. Okay? Here we'll have conjunction. Okay? Other type is main clause, then conjunction, subordinating clause, plus we'll have main clause again. इसका example लिखती हूं मैं. The girl who is wearing is my friend. First, identify the conjunction. Sorry, first identify the conjunction. Ask yes. Who? This is the conjunction. Okay, we got our conjunction. Now identify the verbs, finite verbs. Is, hurry up. Punya, red dress is not conjunction. Verb. Is. First conjunction is, second conjunction is. Now, to choose, how to choose the subordinate and main clause. Start, choose the conjunction. Conjunction ढूंढी, ठीक है? Conjunction ढूंढ के first thing is to include a verb. अब तुम्हें एक verb include करना है. Who, you have included the verb who is wearing the red dress. ठीक है? Second verb के आगे आके तुमने रुक जाना है. Don't cover the second verb. Okay? मतलब तुम अब कह सकते हो कि why, who is तक क्यों नहीं अंडरलाइन किया, wearing क्यों बीच में ले लिया, red dress बीच में क्यों? Because after red dress there is another verb. So I'm not going to include that verb. I'll stop there. ठीक है? So who is wearing the red dress? अगर मैं खाली यही sentence बोलूं, who is wearing the red dress? It is not conveying complete meaning, not making proper sense. So this is my subordinating clause. Second, the girl is my friend. Meaning बन रहा है? अगर मैं who is wearing the red dress निकाल दूं, the girl is wearing is my friend. Complete meaning? Meaning complete है. This is main clause, main clause. The girl, my friend. Done? Understood? अच्छा, in few cases, ये भी साथ साथ में कर लेते हैं. In few cases, when we are joining the sentences, that time we skip the conjunction that. कई बार हम that conjunction skip कर देते हैं. He said he would bring the cake. He said he would bring the cake. He said he would bring the cake. In this, what I have done, I have skipped the conjunction that. मैंने that conjunction skip कर दी. ऐसे भी sentences होते हैं, ठीक है? So that time you need to understand yourself that two verbs, one is said, other is would. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे that आएगा और वो तुम्हें easily पता भी चल जाएगा because you have already done narration. After said, we usually use that. So let's come to exercise B. Quickly complete the exercise. Underline main clause, subordinate clause. No need to write the complete sentence. Okay, I will speak the sentence. You just write M for main clause, S for subordinate clause. Yes, he said, in this case, he said is the main clause. And that he would bring cake. This is subordinate. Done? Done? Okay, let's start. The old man picked up the bottle that was lying on the ground. अब ये अच्छा, first is main, second part is subordinate, right? First is main, second is subordinate. The old man picked up the bottle, this is main. That was lying on the ground, this is subordinate. Correct? Next is, mother was alarmed to see the front door open when she came home. Yes, that the mother was alarmed to see the front door open. This is main clause. And when she came home, this is subordinate. Okay, so listen. I have to stop now. Time is over. Okay. We'll continue tomorrow when you all will be in the class. Okay, bye.